Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 25 November 2021, Thanksgiving night. Before we get into the meat of the sale, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Prayers for you and your families, your loved ones, that you spent some time today in good fellowship and giving thanks to the Lord our God for all He has provided. We're going to begin now with what has become a bit of a tradition on the Apostle P channel. We are having a knife sale on Thanksgiving night. I hope you're not too zoned out on turkey to pay attention and get some cool holiday deals. In the cutlery realm, we have over 40 items for your consideration tonight. We got fixed blades, we got modern folders, we got fusion knives, we got traditional slip joint pocket knives. I don't think there are any auto knives tonight, but we'll make do. We have a lot of them for your consideration, so we better hurry with the housekeeping. Before we get into the meat of tonight's sale, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description at the very top above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my primer for buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. If you are new to this weekly sales event, you're going to want to watch that to be familiar with how things work and why in this sale. The second link, as always, is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sale to move along some of your collection, give that video a watch. It explains how it all works from the consignor's perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. By the way, I have gotten my sharpening backlog whittled down just a bit, so don't hesitate to send some knives in for sharpening. It'll only be about 3 or 4 weeks. We will be back on schedule with next day sharpening for sale knives this week as well. Then also in the description at the very bottom, you'll find the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps and pricing. In the pricing column, number to the left of the slash is your as-is price or as-shown price. Number to the right, as sharpened. And then if you see the word sold in lieu of pricing, that knife is bought and paid for. Somebody else has already taken it. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Kicking it off tonight. First up, we got 3 leftovers from last week. First among them is the Koch KTC2, a very interesting modern folder, don't you think? I think so. Now this is the G10 scaled D2 bladed version of the KTC2. 3D machine black G10, kind of a satin finish, is your handle. Got a nice fully milled, what appears to be a titanium clip. The main blade on the KTC2 opens with an opening slot that sort of looks like a nail nick. Very cool nightmarish grind. on the D2 blade. It is 2 9/16 inches in length. It is suspended on ball bearings. The handle length is 3 5/8. And then there's a secondary implement on a slip joint mechanism with a half stop. I guess it's a pry bar and cap lifter. Pretty cool. Everything squared away on this one. Centering is beautiful. Action on that main blade is great, as is the lockup. Condition on this is going to be near mint to like new, no box. We started this one off last week at 200. It remained for the weekend. We dropped it to 175, still here. This one needs to go. Somebody's going to get a deal on the Koch KTC2. Your price for Thanksgiving, $120 like it is, $140. I sharpen the main blade. That is a deal. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, another screaming deal on a leftover knife from last week from Real Steel. We have the 2017 issue, the Megalodon. The Megalodon from Real Steel. A large but lightweight and rather slim titanium frame lock. Looks like a blasted and tumbled titanium handle. We have a spring titanium clip, very innovative lock bar cutout, steel inserted lock interface. Ball bearing flipper works beautifully. Blade steel is M390. Blade length on the Megalodon 3 7/8. Handle is 4 15/16. There is your lock engagement. It's rock solid, of course. Action's beautiful. Centering's perfect. Condition on this one's going to be like new, in box. These are out of stock everywhere at $209. Have been for quite some time, actually. Only one sold listing on eBay in recent history. That knife did $160 plus tax. We ran this last week for $160. Dropped it on Saturday to $140. It's still here. Somebody gets a buy on this one on Thanksgiving night. $125 like it is. $150 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Real Steel Megalodon. Next up, and our last leftover from last week, from We Knife Company Ltd. We have the We 617 Foxtrot with tan G10 handle, satin D2 blade. Pretty cool knife, actually. Gorgeous coyote tan blasted 3D machined G10 handle. Nice titanium clip. This proprietary pivot is gorgeous, and not to worry, the tool is in the box. Kind of a big knife. 3 7/8 blade, kind of a harpoon spear kind of a blade profile. Nice satin finish. Nice milled detail at the base of the blade. Stainless steel liner lock. Early engagement, rock solid. I believe this is on bearings. Blade centering is dead down the middle. Flipping action, stupendous. Superb example. It is like new in the box with tool. These are out of stock at all internet retailers. They were $100 when they were available. We ran this last week for $85. It did not sell on Thursday night. We dropped it to $75 on Saturday. Still here. Somebody gets a great stocking stuffer this week for $55. $55 like it is, and then $75 with an Apostle P edge. The We 617F. Next up, from Spyderco in the diminutive box. Inside we have the Dragonfly 2 plain edge, standard configuration, black fiberglass reinforced nylon handle with volcano grip, midlock, backlock, VG10 blade, very near mint in box. I mean, very near mint in box. There might be the slightest edge wear. Lockup is rock solid. Action is nice. Centering is a little off to the right, but barely. So near mint in box. Current map pricing for the Dragonfly 2 in the black and satin is $70 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, all in, $45 like it is, $60 with an TheApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Spyderco Dragonfly 2. Next up, another one from Spyderco. This one from Golden, Colorado, USA. Earth. It is a paramilitary 2, but not just any paramilitary 2 with black G10 and a satin blade. This one is in S45VN, the new standard steel, I believe, for the Para 2. Yeah. It's so new, the clip hasn't been moved. I do think it has cut a few things, though. I detect a little bit of edge wear in that S45 blade. Rock solid lockup. Free drop in action. And centering appears to be about dead. So we'll call it near mint in box, and this one is in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 S45VN. Be sure to be clear and complete about that in your I'll Take It, because we have several Para 2s tonight, all of them individually designated. So current map pricing at your favorite web retailer for this knife is going to be $155 plus tax. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, all in, $130 like it is, and $155 with an TheApostleP Edge. Spyderco Para 2 S45VN. Next up, another Spidey from Golden. This is not a paramilitary 2. This one is a Para 3, so it is wrong box. Wrong box for this one. Your standard configuration, black G10 handle, polished clip. Blade is going to be S30V. I love the stonewash over satin on the Para 3 these days. It is stunning. Lockup is rock solid. Action fairly free dropping. Blade centering on this one is dead. I'm going to say near mint to like new in box on this one. I detect virtually zero edge wear. Looks like it might have been carried once or twice. A superb example. Current minimum advertised pricing at your favorite web retailer for this knife will be $147. This one can be yours. Near mint to like new, wrong box, $120 like it is, $140 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Spyderco Para 3. Next up, we're going from Colorado to Idaho for a Chris Reeve knife. Inside the big box is a large Inkosi plain with Insingo blade. Yes, a large Inkosi Insingo. Birth card says June 19th, 2019. So a knife over 2 years old, and guys, there is nary a mark on this knife. Just a couple little shiny spots on the spine of the handle. Barely visible. Clip is unmarked. Most of the handle is as well. Still has the lanyard tied. No wear on the thumb studs. I'm telling you what, close to new as you're going to find. It is a beauty. There is your lockup on the ceramic ball interface. Nearly a free dropping blade. I mean, very nearly. Centering is dead, as you would expect. Condition is very, very near mint in box. Current retail price, which is the price for a Chris Reeve knife, is $450 if you can find one. I'm not sure you can. This one can be yours. $395 shipped priority mail. $415 if you'd like it to come to you with an ApostleP Edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 tonight. The Chris Reeve large Inkosi Insingo. Next up, time to head over across the pond to Maniago, Italy. This is such a cool knife. The brainchild of Mac from Collector Knives. Sulphur, Oklahoma. This is the Viper Swayback in gray maple, and look at that wood. Would ya? It is stunning. Titanium bolsters, M390 blade, a Warncliffe affair, 2 7/8 blade, a 3 5/8 inch handle. Beautiful swayback design. Got my fingerprints all over it. Yeah, let me wipe them off. Yeah. Man, what a gorgeous knife. I mean, gorgeous. No box with this one, but condition is basically new with no box. Pull weight is, I guess, a 7.5. Beautiful walk and talk. Centering just slightly favors the right as you're looking at it. This cover material is out of stock. I think it was about $132 when it was available, but it gone. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail. $120 like it is. $140 with an ApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6 tonight. That is the Viper / CK Swayback. Next up, that was a fusion knife, slip joint mechanism, modern construction. Now we're going full traditional. Over to Titusville for a Great Eastern Cutlery Huckleberry's Boys Knife, number 151118 in black linen micarta. I own this same model and I adore it. The 15 pattern, 3.5 inches closed length, gorgeous linen micarta, all steel construction, single clip point blade, long pull cut swedge, satin finish, no etch. This one appears to have been touched up or stropped. Beautiful walk and talk. Pull weight is about 6.5, maybe a 7. Perfect walk and talk, perfect centering. Condition, near mint in tube. Your price, $140 like it is, $155 with an ApostleP Edge. That's the GEC Tidioute, number 15 Boys Knife, linen in your inventory. Linen in your inventory, because we have another one later in a different cover material. Okay. Next up, another one from the Tidioute line of Great Eastern Cutlery. This is a number 56 Dogleg jack, number 562118 in natural canvas micarta. And what a right smart knife that is. Beautiful dogleg pattern. Gorgeous micarta on this one. Houndstooth shield. Single spear blade on a cam tang, but beautiful cam tang walk and talk. 3 7/16 inches of closed length, about a 6.5 pull, centering right down the middle on this one. We'll call this near mint in tube. Your price, $145 like it is, $160 with an ApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight. The GEC Tidioute, number 56 Dogleg Jack. Next up, it's from Great Eastern Cutlery, the Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knives line. We have a number 772 119er Yankee Barlow in amber saw cut bone. This one will come with the Yankee Barlow button. Yes, it will. And here's the knife. Oh, guys. Oh. Oh. I want you to look at this amber saw cut bone. It's got some gorgeous figuring underneath that saw cut texture on both sides. It is stunning. Indeed, it is. Oh, guys, I'm telling you what. Single spear, long match striker pull, cut swedge, stunning walk and talk, 7 pull, centering's down the middle. It is near mint to like new and tube with button. You guys know it ain't gonna be cheap. We're not gonna hold you up either. $295 for this one. $295 like it is. $315 with an Apostle P edge. The GEC Northfield number 77 Yankee Barlow. Next up, another one from GEC. This one, back to the Tidioute line. We got a 92 Eureka Jack, number 922219 in OD green canvas micarta. And again, a stunning example of canvas micarta in a satin finished Tidioute knife. Look at that OD micarta. Yeah, got the single spear. Just a drawn swedge and a nail nick. No nonsense spear point loveliness. We'll call that a 6 pull. Superb walk and talk. Secondary coping blade. Both blades beautifully centered. Condition on the 92 is going to be near mint to like new and tube. These are creeping up in the market. Sold listings on eBay right now running between $230 and $260 for a canvas micarta Tidioute Eureka. We're going to make you a deal on this one. How about $190 like it is? $215. I sharpened both blades. That's the GEC Tidioute number 92 Eureka Jack. Next up, well, these are so cool. I didn't really like these when I first saw them, but they're growing on me. As just a collectible, look at that. What a cool button. Yeah, what a cool tube. The Northfield Unexcelled 06 Templar. Yeah, this one in Crusader acrylic model 061119. And the knife. Oh, look at that little cutie, would ya? The Templar bolsters. The Crusader acrylic. The single clip point blade. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous cut swedge and a long pull. Let's see. Beautiful walk and talk. About a 7 pull, maybe 6.5, maybe 7. Centering is not quite perfect, but it's close. Condition is near mint in tube with button. Your price on this one, $120 like it is, $135 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. The GEC Northfield number 06 Templar. Next up, we have another 15 Huckleberry's Boys Knife, number 152118 in Gabon Ebony with the button. Here you go. You talk about a no-nonsense, all-business pocket knife. There it is. Number 15 pattern, 3.5 inches of closed length, Gabon Ebony covers, all steel construction. A satin no etch, drawn swedge and a nail nicked spear point blade. Stout 7 pull. Perfect walk and talk. Perfect centering. Condition is going to be like new in tube. Your price, $150 like it is. $165 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Tidioute. Number 15 boy's knife, Ebony. Be sure to reference that in your I'll Take It, because there are 2 15 boys knives in the sale tonight. Next up, here's another Great Eastern Cutlery product that is creeping up in value, as well it should. I think these were undervalued for a long time. It's a number 97 Allegheny with the yellow rose configuration. Model 976119 in smooth yellow rose bone. You're going to get the 97 Allegheny button and a knife. Look at that, would ya? Oh. Sort of a Koch bottle Barlow pattern in a back pocket size. What is not to like? Double line nickel silver bolsters. The yellow rose shield and that gorgeous yellow rose bone with a little bit of black figuring in it. The stunning saber ground long pull and nail nick clip point blade with the cut swedge. Yellow rose etch. Buttery walk and talk. About a 6.5 pull. Toward the firmer end of the scale for a 97. And centering is dead down the middle. We'll call this near mint in tube with button on the 4 3/4 inch closed length knife. Sold listings for the yellow rose version right now on eBay running between $184 and $235. Your price on this one, $170 like it is, $190 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 tonight. The GEC Northfield number 97 yellow rose. Next up, about an hour east of Titusville is a little town called Bradford, PA, home of W.R. Case & Sons Cutlery Company. And that's where this knife came from. This is a model 62131CV Canoe in amber peach seed bone. Yeah, the Case Canoe, the classic of classics. 3 5/8 inches of closed length, nickel silver bolsters and end caps, brass liners. It is an opposite end jack in CV steel. There's your main spear blade on a cam tang. Beautiful walk and talk. There is your secondary pen blade, also on a cam tang. We're going to call the pull weight on this a 6.5. Beautiful walk and talk. Very slight blade rub, as is standard on the pattern. We'll call it near mint to like new in the box. I think these retail for about $68 new. This one can be yours. $50 like it is as shown, or $75 with an Apostle P edge on both blades. The Case 62131CV Canoe. Next up, we have a little run of Spyderco Dogtag, so be specific in your I'll Take It's. The first one is the Spyderco Dogtag CF, designed by Serge Pachenko, I believe. Look at that little cutie. Little carbon fiber dog tag. Yes, it is. Very cool handle material, by the way. And then you just sweep it out. It is a detent to close and the same detent to open. You got a 2-inch handle, if you can call it that, a 1-inch blade in DLC coated S30V. Condition on this one, absolutely like new in box. These are still in stock at a few retailers at $61. This one can be yours. $49 shipped, priority mail, no sales tax. $64 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Spyderco Dogtag CF in your inventory. Don't forget the CF. Next up, we have another Spyderco Dogtag. This would be, I guess, the standard configuration, but with the black DLC blade. So this will be in your inventory as Spyderco Dogtag BK for black. I believe that's just an aluminum handle on this one. Detent closed, detent open, S30V blade, 2-inch handle, 1-inch blade. Condition on this one is like new in the box. These are discontinued and out of stock. I couldn't even find a reference for what they were new, but you know what? We're selling the carbon fiber one for $49. Let's just do $40 on this one. Same blade steel, same blade coating, just a little different handle material. $40 like it is. $55 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Dogtag BK. Next up, I'm saving the coolest dog tag for last. There's your little dog tag box. ALTIP, so aluminum, titanium, plain edge. Designed by Serge Pachenko. Just take a look at this, my friends. So I believe this panel is aluminum, and I don't know, maybe this is titanium, and the pivot collar and the backspacer are aluminum. Blue aqua anno. Kind of an acid stonewashed S30V blade. 2-inch handle, 1-inch blade. A detent holds it open, detent holds it closed. Condition is like new in the box. This will be in your inventory as Spyderco Dogtag Blue TI. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. When they were available, they were $72. They did not last long. This one can be yours. $65 like it is. $80 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Spyderco Dogtag Blue TI. Next up, another Spyderco. Very fun knife from Seki City, Japan. We have a Delica Zome green. So it is a Delica FFG with that green Zome handle. So that's an FRN with the textured pattern all the way through the polymer. Very cool. Full flat ground, VG10 blade, rock solid lockup. Let's see. Actually pretty doggone nice. Centering, really nice. Wipe my fingerprints off that VG10 fingerprint magnet steel. I'm feeling no edge wear. I'm going to call it near mint in box. These are available, I believe, at your favorite web retailer for $84 plus tax plus shipping. You can buy this one though, near mint in box, $65. $65 like it is, $85 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available. That's the Spyderco Delica Zome. Next up, in keeping with the Seki City Midlock theme, we have another Spyderco. This is an Endura FFG in green. So it'll be a standard VG10 Endura with kind of a mint green FRN handle. Bright hardware black clip. There's your VG10 blade. Very little edge wear. Rock solid lockup. In fact, I'm going to say, yeah, it's very little. Action's pretty good. Centering is going to be off to the right ever so slightly. So near mint in box. Current pricing on these at your favorite retailer is going to be $91 plus tax. You can have this one near mint in box, $75 shipped all in. Priority mail. Then if you want my edge on it, add $20, so $95 sharpened. Next day sharpening is available, by the way. That is in your inventory is Spyderco Endura FFG GRN for green. Next up. What, you like that knife but you don't like green? Maybe you'd rather just have a gray one? Well, here you go. It's the Endura FFG in gray. A very unassuming, stealthy, long pocket knife. Gray FRN handle, mid-lock, backlock, VG10 blade, full flat ground, superb slicer, completely unmolested factory edge, rock solid lockup, nice free action. Centering is down the middle. No way. It's close, I'll say. I think it might favor the left. It does just slightly favor the left. But absolutely like new in the box. Current pricing on these at your favorite web retailer will be $91 plus tax and shipping. Just buy this one instead. Like new in the box. No sales tax, priority postage paid, all in $75 like it is. $95 with my edge on it, and next day sharpening is available. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Endura FFG GRY for gray. Next up, so are all these garden variety Spydercos bringing you down? I got the cure. From Spyderco Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. We have a paramilitary too. Look at that model number. C81GPG-RBKP2. What does all that mean? Well, what it means, guys, is that rare unicorn configuration. The OD green G10 handle. The DLC coded S30V blade. The black hardware. A limited dealer exclusive or distributor exclusive for JB Outman. Super rare. Discontinued, out of stock forever. I think they only made a few hundred of them. Definitely the most valuable S30V Para 2 that you can ever buy. By the way, I'm so left-handed. Rock solid lockup. Nearly free swinging action. Perfect centering. Like new in box. Your price $275. $275 like it is. $295 with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 OD DLC. Next up. Not quite as rare or valuable, but one of the coolest Para 2s ever from Spyderco. Paramilitary 2 BLK. That's right. It is a standard S30V Paramilitary 2 with black handle scales. Murdered out. Black hardware, black DLC blade. Nice free action. Rock solid lockup. Centering is deed on the money. Condition is like new in the box. Map pricing at these online at your favorite retailer will be $169 plus tax. This perfect like new in box example can be yours. Shipped priority mail for $145 like it is. $165 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 Murdered. Next up. Another one from Spyderco, and it's another Para 2. This one is the Plain Jane Para 2. The Para 2 PJ. Black G10 handle. Bright hardware. Polished clip. Satin blade in CPM S30V. But what a beautiful one it is, isn't it? Rock solid lockup. Nice free action. Perfect blade centering. Zero edge wear. I'm going to call it like new in the box. Current minimum advertised price for this knife at your favorite web retailer is $155. This one can be yours. Shipped, priority mail, all in, $130 like it is. $150. Whoops, $150 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Para 2 BK for black / satin. Time to turn the page. Yes, it is. Gotta fold my tape over so it doesn't make a mess. Okay, all right. Yep. Okay. Oh, next up, we are looking at a knife that apparently is built like a tank by Zero Tolerance. It's a ZT0450 titanium. So, or the ZT0450 Ti, all titanium version of the 450. Now notice on the stone washed handle, looks like we had a stone just slide right across the handle. I believe that is a factory stone scratch right there. Doesn't appear to be anything but that, just so you know. You got your all titanium handle, you got your red standoffs, steel inserted frame lock, perfect detent on the ball bearing flipper, S35 VN blade, satin bevels, stonewash flats, unmolested edge. There is your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Centering is down the middle. Boy, pricing on these has jumped up to $208. $208 at your favorite web retailer for this knife. Near mint to like new on this one. Your price $140, like it is $160 with an Apostle P edge. That's the ZT0450 Ti. Next up, here's an interesting knife in a configuration different than I've ever seen. It's a big long black box from Benchmade. Inside it is the 178 SBK SN combo. So it's an SOCP fixed blade, sand finish SN, black blade BK, combo, meaning not only do you get the knife, you get a trainer. I'm not sure what you train for, but anyway. Very cool clip too. Notice how the end of the clip nestles down into the crevice in the sheath for positive retention. So you got a ringtail sort of faux dagger, kind of a spear point with only one side sharpened. 440 Caesar blade steel. Got kind of a crinkle coat, sort of epoxy-like finish. Blade length on the SOCP is 2 7/8. Handles 4 3/8. And then you can train for all your ringtail flinging stuff there. So that whole package, and by the way, this is near mint in box. The only reason I'm not calling it like new, there's a little nick in the back of the sheath right there. Okay. But anyway, these are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they were $132 web price. Currently, sold listings on eBay run between $110 and $115. This one can be yours, all shipped priority mail, $85, and then $105 if I sharpen the real knife, not the trainer. Okay, that is the Benchmade SOCP combo. Next up, time to head over to Escanaba, Michigan. Bark River Knives. Inside the box, one of my favorite EDC fixed blades. The Mini Aurora, this one in CPM 154 stainless steel. Look at that sheath. Never been out of the plastic. Ever. And the knife. Oh, the knife. Look at this, guys. Super efficient. Lots of blade for its overall length. You get 3 5/8 of blade, 3 7/8 inches of handle, and that is some gorgeous Osage orange. No liners, just polished pins. So good in hand. And they did a beautiful job on this blade. The geometry is great, nice and thin. The satin is beautiful. Great job. It's absolutely like new in the box. Web price on this knife, don't worry about the $329.95 MSRP. It would have been about $240 at the web retailer that sold it. This one can be yours, like new in the box. $195 shipped, priority mail. $215 with an Apostle P edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 tonight. It's the Bark River Mini Aurora. Next up, a fixed blade from Real Steel. You bet. This is the Real Steel Forager. Black handle satin finish. Comes in a right smart leather sheath with snap retention. And here's the knife. Look at that stunner, would ya? Nicely swedged drop point. Steel is Sandvik 14C28N. Blade length is 4 1/4. Handle length is 4 5/8. So those look like removable textured G10 scales. Now this knife I'm going to call near mint in box because there is a scratch from the sheath snap right there. Other than that, I think it's an unused knife. Yeah, sure is. Very nice in the hand. Very cool knife. Let's see. These are out of stock right now. When they were available, they were $80 at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail. 60 bucks like it is, 80 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Real Steel Forager. Next up, here's a pretty special knife, guys. From Berg Blades. Here's the certificate of authenticity signed by Matt Westberg. We have the production iron pup in CPM 20 CV. Pretty squared away little knife, don't you think? Tumbled acid stonewash titanium handle. Fully milled titanium clip, steel inserted titanium frame lock. Thumb stud actuation on a ball bearing pivot. Gorgeous little knife. You got a 3 7/8 handle, 2 7/8 hologram clip point blade in 20 CV steel. Completely squared away. Beautiful action. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Blade centering dead. Condition on this one's going to be like new in the box. These were $305 at your favorite retailer when they were available. They are gone. This one can be yours for $250. $250 like it is. $275 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available. That is the Berg Blades Iron Pup production model. Next up, from the edge of a legend, Buck Knives, we have a 501 Squire with a really long model number. The GR is for the olive drab canvas micarta. The DLT means it was a DLT Trading dealer exclusive. Comes in a suede sheath. Inside is this little beauty. Nickel silver bolsters. OD green canvas micarta. Drop point blade in S35 VN. Blade length is 2 3/4. The handle is 3 13/16. I'm going to call this excellent in box. I did do a little polishing on the nickel silver. It had a little bit of well, past patina, a little bit of green on it. So, but beautiful, buttery smooth action, rock solid lockup. Centering is like a buck. When these were in stock at DLT, they were $85 plus tax. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail. $65 like it is. $85 with an ApostleP edge. That's the buck. 501 Squire S35 and micarta. Next up, I believe this is from the new incarnation of Tuna Valley Cutlery. Daniel's Family Knife brands. This is the Tuna Valley Phoenix Jack in Catalina wine mixer bone with a 154 cm blade. Nickel silver bolsters, bare end, beautiful jig bone. Beautiful jig bone. And the blade, I'll tell you what, guys, you better have a fingernail because it's an 8.5 pull and you got to dig for it. Full flat ground, cut swedge, nail neck. Tuna Valley, made in USA Cutlery Company. It is a gator snap. Man. Centering is nice and, I mean, very close to perfect. Condition is going to be near mint to like new in tube. I found a listing for these at Frank's Classic Pocket Knives, and they're out of stock, but when they were available, they were $220, and they are gone. This is way better than Queen Tuna Valley from a few years ago. Your price on this one, $175 like it is, $195 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, from Great Eastern Cutlery, a Northfield premium pocket knife. I have this same model and I dig it. It's a 47 Viper, model 470120 in Arizona ironwood, and it comes with the Viper 47 button. Wait till you see this wood. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, my Lord. Satin finished Arizona ironwood. Beautiful shield. Triple line bolsters. Satin blade with the Northfield etch. Cut swedge and a nail neck. Beautiful walk and talk, about a 7 pull. Centering beautiful. Condition, near mint in tube with button. These are trading on sold listings on eBay between $203 and $304. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail. A gorgeous example. $200 like it is. $215 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The Northfield, number 47 Viper. Next up, we have a case knife. This is the coolest Sodbuster Jr. I've ever seen. Model V6137SS Sodbuster Jr. The cover material they're calling vintage. This is sort of a saw cut bone, and it is super cool. Got the case shield and script. And check out the black PVD True Sharp stainless blade. How cool is that? Gorgeous cam tang walk and talk. Centering on this one is very close. We'll call it near mint in box. Web pricing on these brand new is $68. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail. $50 like it is, $65 with an ApostleP edge. That's the case V6137SS Sodbuster Jr. Next up from Giant Mouse, an inexpensive, budget-friendly Giant Mouse with an Anso pattern. Gee, I wonder why. FRN handle in OD green. Deep carry, wire clip, reversible left or right. It's the Ace Iona M390 blade. Beautiful stonewash. 2 7/8 inches of blade, 4 1/8 inches of handle. Beautiful in the hand. It is a thumb stud actuated knife on washers. The action's beautiful. The centering's perfect. The lockup is perfect once the lock bar seats. There's your engagement. It's been used and touched up. We're going to call it near mint, no box. Map pricing on these brand new is $125. They've crept up. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail. $85 like it is, $110 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Giant Mouse Ace Iona. Next up, got one from Civivi. This is the Civivi Pintail in OD micarta with the deep carry clip that is reversible tip up. Little tiny scuff right at the end of the clip where the bend is. You got thumb studs and you got a flipper. You got a ball bearing pivot. You have an S35 VN blade, hollow ground, 3 inches in length, a 3 15/16 inch handle, stainless steel liner lock. There's your engagement. It's rock solid. Blade centering is going to be dead down the middle. We'll call it near mint, no box. I think these are still available, and I think web pricing at your favorite retailer will be $74 plus tax and shipping. Or just buy this one, near mint, no box. Double nickels, $55 like it is, $75 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Civivi Pintail. Next up, is it possible that there's a Civivi that is an iconic knife? I think so. This is the Civivi Elementum, and this is the Blade HQ dealer exclusive with the Jade or Natural G10 handle scales. And S35 VN blade with a light tumble over a bead blast. Rock solid lockup on that 2 7/8 blade. Handle length is 4 inches. You got a stainless steel liner lock. Feels like ball bearings to me. Gorgeous flipping action. They are out of stock at $80 at Blade HQ. We'll call this one near mint, no box. It can be yours. Shipped priority mail. $60 like it is. $80 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Civivi Elementum BHQ in your inventory. Next up. Oh! Another Civivi. Check this one out, guys. This is the Civivi Appalachian Drifter. A Chinese-made knife with the name Appalachian Drifter. Interesting. Cool handle. Like a burlapish micarta on the back. Carbon fiber bolsters. Deep carry clip. Going to be right hand tip up. It's a front flipper. I won't even try. I won't even try. Blade steel on this one is S35 VN, 2 7/8 inch long. 3 7/8 inches of handle, stainless steel liner lock, rock solid lockup. Centering's down the middle. Near mint, no box on this one. Web price on these brand new is $93 plus tax and shipping. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, all in. $70 like it is, $90 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Civivi Appalachian Drifter. Next up, oh, we got some cool knives to finish it up, guys. This one from Liang Ma Design in a very cool pouch. Lots of Velcro. stuff. Tool, card, bag, microfiber. And a really cool knife. This is the Liang Ma Design KUF Kitchen Utility Folder, EDC. Gorgeous green G10 scale. Gorgeous bead blasted titanium. Milled clip with ceramic ball for retention. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Opening hole. Ball bearing pivot. Blade steel is going to be L-Max on this one. 3 inches of blade. 3 7/8 inches of handle. Super efficient blade to handle ratio. Very nice in the hand. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Action is silky. Centering is perfect. Just the tiniest of shiny spots on the corner of the clip is all that's going to keep this one from being like new. We'll call it near mint in pouch. Web price on these brand new is $2.99. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $2 1/4, and then $2.50 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Liang Ma Design KUF EDC. Next up, I'm glad we have this knife because I kind of screwed up this guy's country of origin last week, I think. From Tashi Barucha Design. Tashi, a Frenchman. That's right. This is his Krypton. The Tashi Barucha Krypton. Slotted version. So you have the slotted titanium handle that kind of mimics his maker's mark, right? This is about the coolest pivot I've ever seen. The female side of the pivot is titanium and it's nested. I think you can see its outline. Just blends right into the frame. How cool is that? It is a low profile flipper. Flings out. Appears to be a hand rubbed satin on that harpoon drop point. Blade steel is CPM 154. Blade length 3 inches. Handle 4 1/8. It is a steel inserted titanium frame lock. There's your engagement. Action is lovely. Centering is dead. Condition is like new in pouch. These are currently available at Blade HQ for $375. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail, $300. Like it is. $320 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. And if I didn't mention it, ouch, blade steel. Blade steel is CPM 154. And it says so right there. So $300 like it is, $320 sharpened on the Tashi Barucha Krypton. Next up, this is funny because I got an email from a guy this week who has a collection of custom knife factory knives, and he has a buddy that wants to buy them. And he asked me, is $6.50 a piece a good price for them? I had no idea. It's been so long since I saw one. But check this out, guys. Yeah! It's a custom knife factory FIF 20 designed by Philippe Jourguet, M390 by Damasteel. The handle, titanium carbon fiber. That's not carbon fiber. That's a generic card. Anyway, it's number 254, made August of 21. We'll see it? Yeah. What we got here is an all stonewashed titanium handle. Milled clip. Front flipper. Hand rubbed satin blade. In M390. 3 3/8 inches of blade, 4 1/2 inches of handle. There is your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Action is stunning. I wish I could flip a front flipper. Centering is perfect. Oh. These are extinct and unobtainium. Your price, $500, guys. 500 like it is. $525 with an Apostle P edge. That's less than $650, I believe. That is the Custom Knife Factory FIF 20. That brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. And it is from We Knife. The model is the Black Void Opus, model 2010C, with bronzed titanium handle, black G10 inlay, and a black stone-washed CPM 20 CV blade. Guys, there's your handle. There's your milled titanium clip. Interesting in that the handle is titanium, but it's a stainless steel liner lock knife. The interesting thing about this knife is not the front flipper. It's the blade grind. It's completely asymmetrical. And I'm not sure you can see it with the blade open. You can if you pay close attention. But when you close it, it looks like it's off center. But it's not. It's the way it's ground. It's almost like a chisel grind. Very complicated blade geometry. Blade length is 2 13/16. The handle's 4 inches. I'm going to call it near mint in box. Web pricing on this model is $215 at your favorite retailer plus tax. Your price on this one, near mint in box with pouch, $175 like it is, $200 with an Apostle P edge. That's the We Black Void Opus. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of the annual Thanksgiving night knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're still awake. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank Him, won't you? Remember, the word is sharp. Now, go Christmas shopping, my friends.